Hello aspirants, welcome to Officers General Quiz. Myself Balachander DC. I teach international relations and anthropology here in Officers IAS. So in today's general quiz, we have a new addition. That is, we are coming out with the double points question. There are certain questions in today's quiz where you will get double points. And we have few questions out of the total 15. The purpose of this double points is that those who lag behind, they can also catch up with these questions, so that to make the game more interesting, we just came out, and these questions with double points are also important, and I'll be informing you for what questions we have these double points also. So without wasting much time, we'll start today's quiz. Question number 1 today. Consider the following statements regarding the deposits of radioactive elements in India. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of thorium. Uranium is found in large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala. Which of these statements given above is or incorrect? Option A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. You have 60 seconds for this question. So again, in the previous years, we got questions related to nuclear energy in UPSC prelims also. Yes, I got your answers. The right answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Here, you have to be careful, more careful, that the question asks about incorrect statements, not correct statements. So both the two statements, 1 and 2, are incorrect here. So nuclear, this question is regarding nuclear power, the radioactive elements. So we produce nuclear power from two radioactive elements, thorium and uranium, and we produce nuclear energy through the process of nuclear fission, right? And these two statements are twisted. Why both are wrong? Because in India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium, not thorium. That's why first statement is wrong. And second statement, uranium is found in large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala. It is not uranium, it is thorium that is found in the monazite sands of Kerala. That's why both the statements are incorrect. We asked which of these statements are incorrect. That's why the right answer is option C, both 1 and 2. One added information, so we have some important nuclear power stations starting from Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, then we have Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. So this is also one area that can be asked in various government examinations, especially the UPSC. So you can make a note of it. So now we'll move to the leaderboard. So I could see that many of you answered option A or B. So you might have thought that we are asking the correct statement. So always make sure that you read the question properly, especially whether it is correct statement or incorrect statement. That is very important in the exam perspective. So now we'll move to the leaderboard. So we have Anant topping the charts. Congratulations, Anant. Then we have Kavya, Sujit, Isaac, and Mukil. And these are the top 5 today for the first question. Congratulations to all of you. And I see I'm very familiar with these 5. So I think these 5 are doing good in many of the games. So now we'll move to question number 2. So question number 2 today, consider the following statements in context of Suez Canal. It connects the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. The canal separates the African continent from Europe. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. You have 60 seconds for this question. So Suez Canal, in the past, there were questions asked in UPSC prelims, and it was very much in the news a few years back also. And map based questions we see very often in UPSC prelims. I got your answers. The right answer is option B, 2 only, right? And some of you have chosen option A and option D. So now we'll see the statements. So if we see the Suez Canal, so it is an artificial waterway that is created in Egypt, right? And Suez Canal connects Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. If you see the map, it connects Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. So that's why the first statement is correct. And second statement, the canal separates the African continent from Europe. That is wrong, because it connects the African continent with Asia, not Europe, right? The Suez Canal, you see, it separates, I mean, the canal separates African continent from Asia, not Europe. So this canal is very important. It provides the shortest maritime route between Europe and Asia, and it is one of the heaviest or busiest shipping lanes. You can say almost 12% of global trade volume, happens through this canal, and it is very crucial for uh, the trade in oil, natural gas, and other cargo that goes from east to the west. So it is very important canal in connecting the east to the western parts of the world. So with this, we'll see the leaderboard. Now we have Sujit getting into the top. Congratulations, Sujit. We have Kavya, Anant, Karthik, a new entrant into the top 5. Congratulations, Karthik. And we have Isaac on top 5. So congrats, all of you. So we have Thomas Shelby, the highest climber, up 3 places. Congrats, Shelby. And I remind once again that we have some double points questions which have double points. So where even those who are at the bottom also get a chance to catch up, get into the top 5. So, keep playing till the end. Even the last question can be a big decider here. So now we'll move to question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding the International Space Station. It is a habitable artificial satellite located in the low Earth orbit. It serves as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory in which crew members conduct experiments. The ISS program is a joint project between P5 countries. So which of the statements are correct? Option A, 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, option C, 2 only, option D, 1, 2 and 3. So you have 60 seconds for this question. You have 10 seconds more. National Space Station, again, very much in news. Be aware of the ISS program. Yes, the right answer is option A, 1 and 2 only, but I could see that most of you has chosen option D, all the above. So, but the third statement is wrong. Only the first 2 statements are correct. So, International Space Station is a habitable artificial satellite located in the low Earth orbit. Yes, that statement is correct. So, what is low Earth orbit? So, it is a geocentric orbit with an altitude below 2000 kilometer, right, from the Earth surface, below 2000 kilometer, the geocentric orbit. Those orbits are called as low Earth orbits. and ISS is placed in this low Earth orbit. So we have geosynchronous orbit at an altitude of 35,786 kilometers, and anything between this geosynchronous orbit and low Earth orbit is called as a medium Earth orbit, right? And statement 2, yes, ISS serves as a research laboratory where various experiments related to human biology and physics and astronomy are conducted. So second statement is correct. And the third statement, the ISS program is a joint project between P5 countries. This is wrong, because what are the P5 countries? The permanent members of UN Security Council. We have US, UK, France, Russia and China. But that is wrong here, because you see ISS is a joint project between 5 space agencies like USA, NASA, then Roscosmos of Russia, then you have the Japanese Space Agency, then European Space Agency ESA, and Canadian Space Agency. So not the P5. So here you have US, Russia, European Space Agency, Japan and Canada, right? So that's why third statement is wrong. So now we'll move on to the leaderboard. So again, Sujit maintaining his lead, but we have one more Sujit coming into the number 2 spot. So there's a competition between both Sujit. Then we have Mukil getting into, I think, coming back to top 5. Then we have Kavya and Mayuri. Mayuri is a new entrant. Congrats, Mayuri. Congrats to all top 5. Then we have Mr. Thambi, who is the highest climber, up 7 places. Congrats, Thambi. And now we are going to have question number 4, which is a very important question, because it's a double pointer question, which definitely will make changes in the top 5. If you are someone in the bottom, don't worry, this question will bring you up in the top 5, right? Question number 4 now. Which of the following state share their border with the state of Tripura? Again, a map based question. Manipur, Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram. Which of these states share border with Tripura? Which of the above option are correct? Option A, 1, 2 and 3 only. B, 2, 3 and 4 only. 2 and 4 only, and 3 and 4 only. So you have only 30 seconds for this, and it's a double pointer question. Make sure you choose the right option and get into the top. So time up now, and most of you have chosen the right answer. Good. That you see the map of Northeast India. Tripura shares borders with Bangladesh, Mizoram and Assam. So within the given options, it is Mizoram and Assam. So the right answer is option C, 2 and 4 only. States like Manipur and Meghalaya, so they don't share border with Tripura. Manipur shares its border with Mizoram and Nagaland, and Meghalaya shares its border with Assam and West Bengal. Right. Again, map-based questions are very important in exam perspective. So now it's a double pointer question. So let's see how much the top 5 has changed. This question, yes, leaderboard now. A lot of change, and there was a shuffling, a big shuffle. So Kavya getting into top. Congrats, Kavya. Then we have Mukil. Congrats, Mukil. Then we have Thomas Shelby, I think, getting into the top 5. Congrats. And Mayuri, Anant. Mayuri also, I see Mayuri on top 5. So congrats all of you, and Mayuri, especially 3 correct answers in a row. Congrats, Mayuri. So we had two Sujit earlier, number 1 and number 2. Don't worry, Sujit, you have few more double pointer questions, so keep fighting. So we are moving to question number 5 now. So which of the following is referred to as twin deficits? Option A, capital account deficit and current account deficit. Option B, current account deficit and fiscal deficit. Option C, fiscal deficit and primary deficit. Option D, capital account deficit and budget deficit. So you have 30 seconds for this question, and it's a single point not a double point question, a single point question. So time up. The right answer is option B, that is current account deficit and fiscal deficit. And most of you have chosen option A, capital account deficit and current account deficit, which is the catch here. So that's simply a trap. So what is this twin deficit? Indian economy is one of the economies in the world which has this twin deficit, which is also called as a twin deficit economy, where we have current account deficit and fiscal deficit. So the right answer is option B, right? I'm sure you have good idea about what is fiscal deficit and current account deficit. So fiscal deficit, the difference between government's total revenue and the total expenditure. Simply put, fiscal deficit is nothing but the government's borrowings. So for any developing economy, it's good to have some fiscal deficit, because you are a developing economy, you can pay back the borrowings, but it should not be more than certain level, right? So that is very important. Why? Because if fiscal deficit is more, it will lead to something called as crowding out effect for the private investments. Because when government fiscal deficit is high, that means government is going to borrow more and more, and when government borrows more, that means it is taking away the money from the private sector. So private sector will not have much funds to invest. So current account deficit, again, the difference between exports and imports, especially the goods and services, and then interest, like the transfer payments like remittances and all that. So that difference is called as current account deficit. So what we see in India is that we have both current account deficit and fiscal deficit. So now we'll move on to the leaderboard with 5 questions. So not much change because it's a single pointer question. So Kavya maintaining her lead, congratulations. Then Thomas, Shelby and Thambi again coming back. So Mukil and Elisa Das, first time into the top 5. Congratulations, Elisa. So if you see the points, the top 2, so Kavya is leading more than 450 points. It's a good lead. Congrats, Kavya. But again, everyone has a chance here. You'll be having some double pointer questions. So now again we have only a single pointer question. Question number 6. Article 87 of Indian Constitution provides for the president to address a joint sitting in which of the following occasions? Option A, at the commencement of the first session of a new legislature after each general election to the House of the People. Option B, at the commencement of the first session of Parliament each year. Option C, at the commencement of the winter session of Parliament each year. Option D, both A and B. You have 30 seconds. So time up. So most of you have chosen the right answer. It's good. Option D, both A and B is the right answer. So the president address to joint sitting happens at both the moments. One, option A, when a new legislature after general election comes to the house, then there will be a president address. Then at the start of every year, the first session of each year, we will have a president's address. That is right. The practice of president addressing parliament, it all started way back due to the Government of India Act 1919. Since then, we have this practice or tradition of president addressing the joint sitting of the houses. And as you know, in when the president addresses the joint sitting, the president highlights the government's accomplishments for the previous year and also the governance agenda for the upcoming year, and there will be a motion of thanks that will be voted by the MPs after the president's address. So now we'll see the leaderboard. We completed 6 questions. So Kavya maintaining a very strong lead of 900 points. Congratulations, Kavya. Then we have Mukil, Thomas Shelby, Elisa Das, and Shakti Devi. Shakti Devi, a new entrant into top 5. So congrats all of you. Then so we have 3 players who have reached the answer streak of 3 correct answers. So there is a good competition. Let's see. Now we have question number 7. And again, it's a double pointed question. So you have chances of getting into top 5. So in which of the following countries does the 0 degree latitude pass through? Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, Republic of Congo, Gabon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. So options 1, 2, and 3 only, 2, 4, and 5 only, 1, 2, 4, and 6 only, all of the above. So you have 30 seconds and it's a double pointed question. Make sure you choose the right option. So the right answer is option D, all of the above. And you could see that there are most of you chosen option B and C, which is a wrong option. So I think you're taking a lot of pressure because of this double pointed question. But anyways, it's a tough question. And this question is about equator, 0 degree latitude. Equator passes through which of the following countries? So if you see, equator passes through all of these countries, the 6 countries mentioned. So you can have a code that is GCD UKS. In Africa, equator passes through these 6 countries, GCD UKS. So Gabon, Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, then Uganda, Kenya, and Somalia. So all these countries equator passes through. So now we'll see the leaderboard. Again, double pointer question. There will be a lot of shuffling that we expect. Yes, so much of shuffling that happened. Elisa Das getting into the top. Congrats, Elisa Das. I could see that first 4-5 questions she was not there in the top 5. Now she's number 1. Congrats. Then we have Kavya, Thambi, and Anant Mukil. So congrats all of you. Elisa Das has the highest answer streak of 4. Congrats, Elisa Das. Try to maintain your top position. So now we'll move on to question number 8. So question number 8, consider the following statements about Eklavya model residential schools. The objective of establishing the schools is to provide quality middle and high level education to ST students in remote areas. The government aims to establish EMRS schools in every block with more than 50% ST population and at least 20,000 tribal persons. EMRS are set up in states, union territories with grants under Article 275 of the Constitution of India. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, and 1, 2, and 3. So we have 10 seconds more. You got your answers. The right answer is option D, and most of you have chosen the right option. Yes, this EMRS schools, this concept of EMRS schools were introduced in the year 97-98. And what is the objective? To provide quality middle and high level education to ST students in remote areas. So it is basically caters to class 6 to class 12 students in remote areas, especially for the scheduled tribe students. And these schools not only focus on academic education but overall development of ST students, and the major objective is giving opportunity to these students so that for they can easily get into higher education and government jobs and other private jobs in the future. And what is the criteria for establishing these schools? Every block with more than 50% of ST population. If any block which has more than 50% ST population, definitely there will be an EMRS school. Or there is one more criteria. If not this, if there are minimum 20,000 ST population in a block, there will be an EMRS school established. And where the funds comes from for establishing these schools, it comes from the grants under Article 275 of Constitution. So these are statutory grants. These are recommended by the Finance Commission of India, and these grants are released from the Consolidated Fund of India. So all the three statements are correct. With that, we'll see the leaderboard. So we are in the middle of the quiz. 8 questions done. So Elisa Das topping the chart. Then we have Anant, Kavya, Tambi, Mukil. I think there's no much change in the top 5. So there is very peace and calm that is prevailing in the top 5. So, but number 1 and number 2, we see that the gap is very, very small. We have hardly less than 100 points difference between the number 1 and number 2. Let's see. And we have Naveen, the highest climber, up 7 places. So congratulations, Naveen, get into the top 5. So now we are moving to question number 9. India's foreign exchange reserves include which of the following? Foreign currency assets, gold, special drawing rights, reserve tranche position. Select the correct answer. 1 and 2 only, 2, 3, 4 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2 and 3 only. So you have 30 seconds for this question. You have 10 more seconds. So the right answer is option C, all the above. Right? Some of you have chosen option A and D. So all the given options are correct. They are part of India's forex reserves. So what are these forex reserves? These are foreign currency foreign currency assets held by central banks in India. RBI holds these forex reserves. So we see all the 4 foreign currency assets, gold, special drawing rights, and reserve transfer position being part of forex reserves. So why we need forex reserve? To manage the crisis situation. In 90s we had this BOP crisis. Hardly we had around $1 billion as forex reserve. We need forex reserve so that we can comfortably go for imports even without exporting, right? So but today we see from $1 billion in 1991, today we have 600 plus $1 billion of forex reserves in India. And what is this reserve transfer position? It is part of the IMF quota. So IMF, every member to be part of IMF, you have certain quota subscription. So reserve transfer position is nothing but a part of IMF quota that a member can use this during crisis situation. And special drawing rights, again, it is an international reserve asset. It is neither a currency nor a claim on the IMF. It is a reserve asset, international reserve asset from IMF. Again, during crisis situation, a country can approach IMF and take this amount and use this for their imports, right? And the SDR, the value of special drawing rights, it is determined based on a basket of currencies. So we have 5 currencies. You should be aware of what are those 5 currencies which determines the value of SDR. So we have US dollar, the euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, and the British pound sterling, which determines the value of SDR. So all these are part of foreign forex reserves. So now we'll see the leaderboard. So again, Elisa Das topping the chart. Congrats. And Anand, Kavya, Tambi, and Shakti Devi. Shakti Devi getting back to top 5. Congratulations, Shakti Devi. And Tambi back in the game with 3 straight correct answers. So congrats all of you. So now we are into question number 10. So consider the following statements about malaria. Malaria is a life-threatening bacterial disease caused by Plasmodium. Children aged under 5 years are the most vulnerable group affected by malaria. Which of the statements are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. You have 30 seconds for this question. 10 more seconds. So the right answer is option B, 2 only, and most of you have chosen option C. The first statement is wrong. Malaria is a life-threatening bacterial disease caused by plasmodium. It is not a bacterial disease. Plasmodium is a parasite. It's a parasitic disease. So that's why statement 1 is wrong, right? The plasmodium parasites. There are 5 parasitic species that cause malaria in humans. Out of these 5 parasitic species, 2 are posing a greatest threat to humans. These are parasite falciparum and parasite vivax. So these two, and these parasites are spread to human beings through the bites of female Anopheles mosquitoes. This is also an important aspect that you should be aware of. Then the second statement is correct. Children aged under 5 years are the most vulnerable group affected by malaria. So that's why the right answer is option B, 2 only. So now we'll see the leaderboard. So Thambi claiming to the top. Congrats, Thambi. Elisa Das, Anant, Kavya, and Divyashree. We have Divyashree, a new entrant into top 5. Congrats, Divyashree. And Sampa is the highest climber. So 7 places he climbed. So if you see the difference between the topper Thambi and Elisa Das, around 800 points. Congratulations, Thambi. You're having a good lead. So now we are done with 10 questions. Almost 2/3 of our game is over. Now you have 5 more questions. And in these 5 questions, there will be more challenges. There will be more double pointer questions. So be ready for the shuffle. So now we'll move to question number 11. Consider the following statements. India is the world's second largest exporter of rice. Regions having average annual rainfall between 25 to 75 centimeter are the most suitable for rice cultivation. Which of the statements are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So 30 seconds you have for this. So 10 more seconds. So the correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Both the statements, given statements are wrong. But you see option A and option C, most of you have chosen. But both the statements are wrong. Why? So you see, rice is one of the staple food crop for majority of Indians, and West Bengal is the top rice producing state in India. So India is the second largest producer of rice after China. Okay, India is the second largest producer of rice, but India is the largest exporter of rice. So if you see the statement, it is India is the world's second largest exporter of rice. That is wrong. We are the second largest producer, but we are the world's largest exporter. So that's why statement 1 is wrong. And coming to the suitable conditions for paddy cultivation, you see rice is a tropical crop. The average temperature suitable for paddy cultivation is 20 to 27 degree Celsius, and the minimum temperature should not go below 15 degree Celsius. So paddy cultivation requires abundant sunshine. So coming to the rainfall conditions, so regions with an average annual rainfall of around 175 to 300 centimeters are suitable for rice cultivation. 175 to 300 centimeters. So 25 to 75 centimeter is wrong. So you know that a region with 25 to 75 centimeter will be hardly considered like a desert, right? Less than 50 centimeter is a desert. So it is not suitable for rice cultivation. So even the soil, which soil is more suitable for rice cultivation? You have this clayey loam soil, which is more suitable for clayey loam soil for rice cultivation, because this soil has more water retention capacity. That's why it is suitable for rice cultivation. Rice cultivation needs a lot of water. So rice, paddy cultivation and sugarcane cultivation, you need a lot of water. So with this, we'll see the leaderboard. So Thambi maintaining the lead top place, and we have Kavya, Elisa Das, Anand, and Sujit. Sujit, after a long time, getting into top 5. Congrats, Sujit, and other toppers. Congratulations. And now Sujit has a streak with 4 correct answers in a row. And I am looking forward for another Sujit also, who was there in the top 2. So now let's see, how the leaderboard changes. So now we have a very important question, that is a double pointer question. So take time, do not make any mistake, take some time and answer this question. This will definitely change the leaderboard. So question number 12. Consider the following pairs of string puppetry and the state associated with it. So Gopalila Kunde, Orissa; Bommalatam, Tamil Nadu; Kalasutri Bahulya, Maharashtra; Putola Nak, Assam. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? So 1 and 2 only, 4 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you have 30 seconds for this question, and it's a double pointed question, so take some time. So time up. The right answer is option D, but almost most of you have chosen option C also. Even the first option, Gopalila Kunde from Orissa, that is also a correct answer. So all the 4 given pairs are correct. So now coming to puppetry, we see that there are a written reference to puppetry since 2nd, 3rd century BC or 1st and 2nd century BC. We could see reference of puppetry even in Sangam literature like Shilapadigaram. Then even excavations at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro also suggest the presence of puppetry at those times. So all the given 4 pairs are correct. So we should be aware of other forms of puppetry also. In Kerala, we have Pavakuttu, that is in Kerala. Then we have Tolu Bommalata in Andhra Pradesh, and in Karnataka we have Togalu Gombeyata. So these are some shadow puppetry and glow puppetry that are present in various states. Again, this I remember that in UPSC also in previous years they asked some questions from puppetry. So now we'll see the leaderboard. Again, it's a double pointer question, so we expect a lot of shuffling. We have only 3 more questions. Let's see the leaderboard. Yes, there was shuffling, but most of the shuffling happened only in the top 5. Anand getting back to the top position. Congratulations, Anand. Then we have Kavya and Sujit. Sujit climbing to 3rd place. We have Divyashree and Tambi. Divyashree also climbed up places. Then we have Kanmani, the highest climber, 9 places. Congratulations, Kanmani, congrats. You have fair chances of getting into the top 5. You have 3 more questions. And we see that Elisa Das, who was there in the top 5 for quite some time, missing. Don't worry, Elisa, like you have 3 more questions and there are some double pointers also, so you can easily catch up. So now we'll move to question number 13. So which of the following are tributaries of river Indus? Shyok, Subansri, Zanskar, Barakar. So you have 30 seconds. So 10 more seconds. And again, the rivers and tributaries, this is an important area that UPSC also asks questions many times. So the right answer is option D, but most of you have chosen option C. So the right answer is 1 and 3 only. Right. So we see the Indus River that originates near Manasarovar Lake in the Tibetan Plateau, right, in the Kailash mountain range. The Manasarovar Lake, near that is the origin of Indus River. And Indus River flows through Ladakh and then it gets into Pakistan, and then it reaches Arabian Sea, close to the port city of Karachi. It reaches Arabian Sea, and there are many tributaries, 10 plus tributaries of Indus River, and Indus River is 3,180 kilometers long, right? And Shyok and Zanskar, these two are the tributaries of river Indus. So what about Barakar and Subanshri? Subanshri is a tributary of Brahmaputra, and Barakar is a tributary of Damodar river, right? So this is an important area in exam perspective also. Now we'll see the leaderboard. So leaderboard, no much changes. Anant in the top, and we see around close to 1,000 points is leading. Congrats, Anant. Kavya, Sujit, Divyashree, and Tambi, congratulations for maintaining the top 5 places. And we see Raj is the highest climber. Congrats, Raj. You can get into the top 5. So now we have 2 more questions, and the next question is going to be a 20-second question, right? So answer this question quickly, but again, it is a single pointer question, but 20 seconds. Question number 14. Which of the following statements about bats is or incorrect? Bats are the largest mammalian group after rodents. They have a unique sonar-based echolocation mechanism to capture prey at night. They play a vital role in seed dispersal and forest regeneration. None of the above. So you have only 20 seconds. So time up. The right answer is option D, none of the above. So some of you have chosen option B and C. See the question, the question talks about which of the following statements about bats are incorrect. So none of the above statements are incorrect. So that's why the right answer is option D. All the given statements A, B, and C are correct. So bats are the largest mammalian group after rodents. Yes, that's the right statement. Bats have around 1,300 species, around making up to a quarter of all mammals, or nothing but bats. A quarter of all mammals, but next only to rodents. And bats are the only mammals capable of true flight. So that is also an important point to make a note of. And they have a unique sonar based echolocation mechanism. They use this echolocation mechanism to capture prey at night. And bats are present in almost all the continents except Antarctica. In India also we see various species of bats, including insect eating bats and fruit bats. Fruit bats in India are also called as flying foxes. And in previous year, many a time there were questions related to flying fox and the various species, bat species in India in UPSC prelims. We see bats, there are diverse species of bats with their food preferences. There are herbivorous and carnivorous bats. You know, some bats eat insects, some bats nectar eating bats, fruit eating bats, then other seeds and other some bats which eat the small mammals also. So these bats are very important in ecosystem, maintaining the ecosystem. That's why we see UPSC keep asking. You see the third statement, they play a vital role in seed dispersal and forest regeneration. Yes, the fruit eating bats, they play a very important role in seed dispersal and forest regeneration, right? If you see, even the bat droppings, they also play an important role in soil fertility. So that's why you see all these bats, starting from insectivorous bats, fruit eating bats, they all play an important role in maintaining the ecosystem. So we are done with 14 questions. So now we'll move on to the leaderboard. The So Anant maintaining the top position. Congratulations, Anant. You are just one question short of to be the winner of the game. And we have Kavya, Divyashree. I see Divyashree climbing up her places. Then Tambi and Sujit in the top 5. So Anant is making a comeback with 3 in a row. So congratulations, Anant. And now we have the last question of the day, and it is a double pointer question, and you will be having 30 seconds. So take your time and answer this question. You're sure that this question will shuffle the top 5. Let's see the last question of the day. Consider the following industries: petroleum and refinery production, fertilizers production, steel production, natural gas production. Arrange them in decreasing order of their weightage in the index of industrial production. So 1 2 4 3 1 3 4 2 4 3 1 2 2 4 1 2. The double pointed question. Take some time and answer. Have 30 seconds. 10 more seconds. The right answer is option B, 1 3 4 2. Some of you have chosen option C and A also, D also. So, what is the right answer? Option B. So, what is this index of industrial production? You see, this index gives the details of the growth in various sectors of the economy. So, we have various sectors like mining, electricity, manufacturing. So, what is the growth rate in all this? That is given by this index of industrial production. And this index is published every month by Central Statistics Office of Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And we take the current base year. We take the base year as 2011 and 12 because sometimes in the past they asked about this base year also. So the base year for IIP is 2011 and 12. Right. So what is the weightage of these various industries in IIP? Here you need to know one important point, that the 8 core industries have a weightage of around 40% in the overall IIP. That is also an important area. So what are these 8 core industries? We have electricity, steel, refinery products, crude oil, coal, cement, natural gas, and fertilizers. So these are the 8 core industries which constitute 40% of total weightage in total IIP, index of industrial production. Now we will see the given statements. Petroleum and refinery production, what is its weightage in IIP? It has the maximum weightage. It is around 28% of the total index of industrial production, petroleum and refinery production. Again, which is very important, a part of core industries. Then second is steel production, 18%, natural gas production, 7%, then fertilizers production, around 2.6%. So that's why the right answer is option B, right? So with that, we conclude today's session. So, and remember, this is a double pointer question. So now even I am very curious to see the leaderboard. I remember, I think Sujit was there, and there were two Sujits competing, in the top 1 or 2 position. Then there was Elisa Das, who was in the top, and now we have Mr. Anant for the past 3-4 questions, leading the charts, and there were many other players, getting into the top 5. So let's see now who is the winner of the day and the top 5. So now the final leaderboard for you. So number 3. So Mr. Thambi, congratulations, number 3. And number 2, Divyashree, congrats Divyashree. And number 1, it's Anant, congratulations Anant. So you maintained the lead, and there is a difference of around 200 points. So congratulations to all of you. So it was an interesting game. There was a lot of shuffling that happened, and we have number 4 Kavya and number 5 Elisa. Congratulations Elisa, you got back into the top 5. So congratulations to all of you. And as I always say, participation is more than winning. So I congratulate everyone who participated in this quiz. I hope it was useful to you. And for the winners, please capture a screenshot of your position and send it along with your full name and phone number to the following WhatsApp number that is displayed in the screen. So I hope it was useful to you, and I take this moment to thank our team who is working on for this general quiz. They are putting a lot of efforts into this, and I really appreciate that. I hope it was useful to you. And if you are preparing for civil services exam or any other government exam, make sure you take the right guidance and then put your hard work efforts into your preparation. I'm sure you will be successful in cracking these exams. So with that, I conclude today's session, and we do have monthly arena quiz, officers arena quiz, which is considered like a finals that we do monthly once, and we have weekly general quiz on every Wednesday. So please do attend these sessions, so it will be useful for your preparation. So thank you all for participating. Wish you all the best.